I've followed the development of Interstellar Marines off and on for quite a while, though my interest in the game really started when they came up with the concept of guys with guns killing land sharks and made a video/promo image to that effect. From what I understand, they've either had some development setbacks, funding issues, or something along those lines, so the status of the game has been in a limbo of sorts. Enter Steam Early Access, a feature that's quickly becoming the go-to platform for games in alpha/beta status when they either can't or don't want to go to Kickstarter or a traditional publisher. Interstellar Marines is the very definition of a game in alpha, though I don't mean that in a bad way. The core gameplay is solid and is very playable in its current state, but the feature set is at a bare minimum. At the moment, you can't run, crouch, or jump, and your only real abilities are walking, reloading, and firing the only weapon available. Even though just these basics are in place, Interstellar Marines is one of the better looking games I've played in quite a while. The atmosphere in the levels is excellent, and the light-dark cycles they go through are both visually appealing and engrossing. Stuck in the pitch black with nothing but a rifle and a weak flashlight, with footsteps echoing all around me, was exhilarating, and I can't recall the last time a game pulled off that level of atmosphere in a fast-paced, first-person shooter environment. The minimalistic feature set has a lot to do with this, which is why I'm hesitant to yell for things like running and jumping to be added. Something will have to be added, of course, as the game as it is gets monotonous, though not boring, relatively quickly. But in its current state, Interstellar Marines has a certain something you don't see in other FPSs, and it needs to refine that quality, not diminish it. Since I'm gushing about how the game plays, let's talk audio and visuals too. The game is a visual feast and runs smoothly even at 2560 by 1600, but that's not the best part. Hotkeys let you toggle visual effects on and off at a whim as you're playing, relieving you of the need to delve into an options menu if you need to eke out a bit of extra performance in the heat of the moment. Lighting design, as I already mentioned, is fantastic, and it's probably my favorite part of the game thus far. When the night cycle on a map is active, you feel closed in, even in open areas, as though an enemy could appear from anywhere in the darkness, as they often do. Sound design is basic, as there aren't many things to generate sounds at the moment, but what's there is well done and adds to the atmosphere as a whole. Multiplayer is the only playable area right now with opponents, though you can explore the maps and a tech demo on your own, though it gets lonely and boring pretty fast. I didn't experience any bugs whatsoever during my playthroughs of several multiplayer matches, and the speed and quality of the matches was impressive. Having been burned by a certain FPS game in the past whose shoddy servers were the least of its problems, seeing and experiencing a professional setup in Interstellar Marines was a relief. In a nutshell, Interstellar Marines is one of the most polished and good-looking alpha state games that I've ever had the pleasure of playing. The features are minimal at the moment, but what's there is high quality and the game is fun to play even though there's not much to do as of yet. The few times I've looked at the developer's website, I've been somewhat confused about their game projects, as they seem to have more than one that's in the same universe or something like that. It's confusing to say the least. But based on what I've seen from Interstellar Marines, they're doing everything right thus far. Let's hope they keep it up. Thanks for watching Game Night with Mike. I'll be back again soon with more videos.